If time was needed for distance, with absence has made the heart grow fonder. The marvel of music, socially engineered on purpose, so there would be no comparison, no thoughts to ponder. The world is riddled with riddles, billions of people trying to figure out life. It's pitiful. Enter our world. This podcast, this journey, the second phase of an analogy. This is a prelude for the story of Season 4. The Doneson Podcast. You better tell somebody.
Donesonians, the freedom of creativity has arrived. Let's take this journey from the US to Brazil, through India onto Europe, from Asia onto the transatlantic and throughout the world. We'll call it the dark side. The Doneson Podcast is in full effect. Watch it, feel it, listen to Shaana Montana, Uncle Rico, Rod, and Raleigh. Let's put it where the goats can get
This is how I feel. Only God knows where this is going. We are on the heels of something so important. This podcast has many seasons, but it won't be the last. I'm listening to the Doneson Podcast. I said, I'm listening to the Doneson Podcast. Oh, yeah. It's the Doneson Podcast. Oh, yeah.
What?
You was hitting it.
Really? Was it? Really?
I was. All right. Has anybody been to Kill Me Crazy?
What?
No, I've heard of that place.
Been to
Yeah,
what?
I think I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a health food place where you get smoothies, healthy smoothies
I
and
ain't
stuff
been
like
there.
that.
No, I ain't been there yet.
Yeah, so it's named after like Kale Me Crazy,
Yeah.
right? Kale,
I
meaning
get it.
the leafy thing,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So a family member of mine Dayton, Ohio will not go named, right? He's in a psych ward, and you know how you go there, they got a food court, right?
Oh,
In the psych
God.
ward, and I'm like really hungry. So, you know, they got McDonald's, they got Taco Bell. And I saw one, I was like, I was like, hey, this is the same thing as Kale Me Crazy. Am I correct? They was like, yeah. I was like, so it was called Call Me Crazy. You get it? I was in the psych ward and it says Call Me Crazy.
No, I didn't get that. You get that, Shaana? Went over my head.
Yeah.
So
Call Me Crazy, y'all.
do that again.
That's what Kale Me Crazy is a playoff of. Call Me Crazy.
Call Me Crazy. Yeah, and we was in the psych ward.
Yeah, we
You get
call
it?
Yeah,
You
we
get
call,
it?
yeah, we get it.
Okay. All right. So if you can get this,
Still miss me.
don't forget to tune in every Monday for the audio versions of the Doneson Podcast, and every Wednesday on YouTube channel titled the Doneson Podcast. And guess what, folks? What's that?
What's that?
We have a Facebook page titled the Doneson Podcast, so you can find us there. But you know what? With the inflation now these days, rent's due.
Oh, Lord. I ain't paying.
Rent due
Me either.
in the city. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today.
Never.
Even apologizing for slamming the door in my face.
Rent is due, and if you don't have my money, I'm going to send a Negro named Corn to come get in your shit.
And I'm going to kick his ass, too.
Dayton, Ohio here.
Hey, yeah.
The Sherman Antitrust Act has broken up large companies over the years, Edwin, into much property where you control the pricing. Its unfair rent is skyrocketing.
How about you blast off my property and act on that?
Portsmouth, Virginia here.
No.
This is Leroy in apartment number 736. And antitrust laws and regulations are put in place to discourage monopolistic operations, Mr. Evick.
If you don't get your black ass off my property by tomorrow, your furniture will become a yard sale.
Moss Point, Mississippi here. Hello. Unit 83. All I need is a few more days to pay the rent. Times are hard, and hard times make strong people. Please have a heart and show sympathy towards my rent being a little late this month, please.
Oh, please.
All right, it's time for the Doneson Riddle.
It's the Doneson Riddle Show. You have 60 seconds to solve the riddle, which is an ample amount of time. If you answer wrong, a dummy's getting electrocuted. And here's your host, Rod.
All right. Now, you guys are really too smart for this, but still, we got 30 seconds to solve this riddle today.
Okay.
All right. Not 30, 60. I'm sorry, 60 seconds. We need to do 30, but it's 60. Riddle, here it is. Riddle me this. What has 6 faces, but does not wear makeup, has 21 eyes, but cannot see? A hint. Back alley. Let me repeat that. What has 6 faces, but does not wear makeup, but has 21 eyes, but cannot see? Let me give y'all multiple choice. Do y'all want multiple choice?
I'm thinking I know what it is, but come on with it.
What you think it is, huh?
I'm waiting on coming with it. I'm going to nail it off the top, I think.
Okay.
But I'm waiting on to hear what he said. I think I might have this one nailed.
Is either A, dice.
That's it.
B, what? How'd you know it was it, Montana?
I just 6 faces, eyes that can't see.
Can't see. You got to roll them.
That's right. Man, this is too easy.
You damn right, because we ain't no dumbass.
I'm from the streets. That's what it is. It's dice.
Hey,
I don't know what you heard about me.
What?
But you can't make $1 out of me.
Yeah. We nailed you before you can ask.
Damn. Changes are going to be coming. Like Sam Cooke, changes will be coming.
You need to come a little harder then.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is too easy.
You damn skippy.
Shaana Montana. Let's get it.
Get it.
Montana, here they go again. Another later. This is what they wrote. A little ooh yeah, a little oh no, and a lot. You gotta be kidding me. Montana is a crazy. Even though I'm feeling sad,
It's only one day.
I turn into you.
It's like my day.
Watching your YouTube on a
Hey, can we get the little bit out? Can we get the little bit out? Here we go. Come on now.
Yeah. All right.
Hey,
Show out then.
Hit that point, Sam.
Yeah, come on, little dish.
Shake 'em up, shake 'em up,
Shake 'em. Sim-a-lim. All right, so
right there.
today's letter is titled, I Don't Want to Work For It. Oh, God.
What?
It must be, I must wrote this.
Wait a minute, hold on. Say that title again.
Today's letter is titled, I Don't Want to Work for It.
Lazy motherfucker.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Don't want to work for it.
And I know they don't want to work for it because they did not give a location, a age, a name.
And they anonymous.
Yes, again. So let's get right to this foolishness. You mean to tell me that I have to lose weight to get a man?
What? No, baby.
No, you ain't got to do that. You got
All
to
right,
do that.
let's keep listening. She says, going to the gym 34 times a week is not me. I do not have
34 times a week.
Yeah, she said, I do not have the will or the TIME. I know that's right. You mean to tell me that I have to be able to talk about more than one subject if I'm at the governor's ball, if I'm at a dinner party with executives? Listen, to only subjects I like to talk about is relations. So she said, listen, the only subjects I like to talk about is relationships, and my second favorite subject to talk about is relationships.
Damn. Wait a minute. What was the first?
Relationships. Look, she said, I don't care what's going on in the world. How does that affect me? I don't care what's going on in Ukraine. I don't care what's going on in China. I don't care what's going on in Taiwan. I don't care what's going on, and I don't care what's going on in Canada. Democrat versus Republican. What does that have to do with me? But I have not seen a change either way in the last 16 years. So how does it affect my pockets? Whenever I'm around these types of conversations on the subject matters, please, let's change the subject. Let's talk about it. I read the talk about red table. I read the talk, I guess you're trying to say red table talk, or the juice, you know, the gossip, how she wore her hair, what she said on The View, who's leaving The View. My spouse used to tell me, just compliment a guest's hairstyle, handbag, or shoes, or do they have a dog? Outside of that, I'm not watching the news. Too depressing. I just don't get anything out of it, but it seems like that's when my relationships start to drop off. It's when I'm invited to certain places. I have this mean look. I seem so distant. All were embarrassing traits that was told to me. I want to be in circles, but I just don't like the politics that go on within these circles. I'd rather just be with my girls.
No, you rather be with yourself.
So Big Shirley don't want to hang out.
No, Shirley want to be with herself. She want to be with herself.
She started out saying I got to lose weight to get a man. By the end, I want to be with my girls.
You just want to be with yourself.
What'd you think, Aunt?
She want to be with herself.
Yeah.
She's so out of tune with
the world,
life, and the world, man. She's just stuck in her own little zone, and it's all about her.
Yeah.
But that's not life. That's not reality.
Right. Not at all.
So she's in a place where she need to, first of all, expand her horizon, open her mind, and accept that it ain't all about you.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's all I'm hearing right now. It's all about her.
Yeah.
Right. And she ain't including nobody else in her circle.
Right. Yeah.
It's just about her. What she want and what she gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, man, she's selfish, man.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm dealing with you.
Oliver, you had a chance to listen to this.
I ain't got time for her, man. I ain't got time for her, man.
Some women think being smart makes you look skinny. Baby girl, not trying to fat shame him. But if you cut dudes off just as quick as you'd cut off sugar, you would be a bad bitch.
Joey, what'd you think about this?
In New York, the place is full of pastas, bread, and yeast. I'm sorry, is that all the same thing? Well, coming from a sandwich, I always keep bread around. Get it? Sister, come to New York.
Raleigh, what'd you think? Welcome back, Raleigh. What'd you think?
I would try cigarettes, you know. Better than taking the diet pill. Who knows what's in those things?
Montana, now this is going to come down to you about this letter. It was some interesting nuggets in here. What you think?
It was. I think that it's a couple of things. So, like, ultimately, do you want a man or do you want to be with your girls? Because you kind of contradicted yourself from the beginning to the end of the letter. The other side is, no, it's a man out there it's a person out there for everybody. So you don't have to lose weight to get with a man. But like Uncle was saying, it just sounds like you're about yourself. You only want to talk about things that you want to talk about. And if you want to be with what it sounds like is a quote unquote high value man in these certain circles, these executives going to the governor's ball, then you are going to have to indulge in those types of conversations. And if those are conversations you don't want to indulge in, then you need to reconsider the type type of man that you want to be with. So, sis, you know, it really doesn't matter what your weight is. There's somebody out there for you. But when it comes to having those conversations, being in certain circles, you have to understand if you are consistently told the same thing, then that's something that's the truth about you. So if you're told that you have embarrassing traits, I'm assuming somebody told you this more than once. If you wrote in about it, then you may have embarrassing traits that you need to take a look in the mirror on twice.
Hello, Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Look in the mirror. But understand that, you know, if you don't want to be in those circles, you want to be with your girls, that's that. But don't write in talking about a man. If you want to be with your girls, go do that and let that be your life.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But that's her lying to herself because she don't want to be with her girl. She want a man.
She don't be real.
Yeah, she want a man. She just don't want to do what it takes to get the kind of man that she wants. Like she want to, literally, this is the, if have your cake and eat it too was a person, she would be it.
Yeah.
And she must be eating her cake too. Let me shut up.
Yeah. Definitely eating the cake.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because she already done said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, and that's not a big thing.
You know what I'm saying? It's somebody out there for everybody.
You know, I remember the old song by the Temptation, Beauty's on the Skin Deep.
Beauty's on the skin deep.
You know, so it ain't about your size or your weight and anything. It's what you bringing to the table,
Absolutely.
baby. And it ain't so much as your appearance more than your mind.
Yep.
Oh.
See, that's what a lot of women get that screwed up. They think their beauty and their appearance is what really attracts a man.
No, it's not.
But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm telling you, ladies, it's not.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That ain't what really attracts us.
Yeah. You know, I've been at some parties.
I'm telling you, you think your beauty and your appearance and how you look is really attracting us, then you don't miss the point.
When I'm at a party, you know what I do when I'm at a party? I'm looking at how they treat other people.
Yeah.
I'm sitting back and I'm listening and I'm watching from the side and I'm looking at how they treat people.
Yeah.
You know? When stuff goes south, I'm seeing how they react.
Yeah.
On there. Now, this episode is about encounters. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by encounters, I mean UFO encounters. Now, we're going to break down just various encounters. Now, when a person sees a UFO within 150 meters, it's an encounter of the first kind. Okay? Visual sightings of an identified flying object less than 500 feet away. Have you been within 500 feet away of anything that you didn't recognize?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay.
But I have experienced something that I can't explain.
We're going to come back to that.
Okay.
Montana, have you been?
Hell to the no.
Okay,
no.
all right. All right. Now, when an encounter with a UFO in the sky or on the ground leaves evidence behind, such as, marks or anything like that, that's called close encounter of the second kind. Okay? A UFO event in which a physical effect is alleged. This can be interference in the function of a vehicle or electronic device. So if you're traveling in your vehicle and something happens. Animal reactions. If you live out on the farm and the animals start to do something. Psychological effects such as paralysis or heat or discomfort in the witness. We've had witnesses on this shows that have experiences that. Physical trace like probing. That is an encounter. When an encounter is with visible occupants inside a UFO spacecraft, it's of the third kind. All right. UFO encounters in which an animated entity is present. These include humanoids, robots, and humans who seem to be occupants or a pilot of UFO. The fourth kind involves a person being taken in an experiment on inside the alien craft. I don't think anybody on the show has ever had that, right?
No.
The fifth kind involves direct communication between aliens and humans. I'm assuming that's language. All right. Now, this is a little unique. So now that we know all the encounters, the Val Johnson incident refers to an alleged encounter by Marshall County, Minnesota, Deputy Sheriff Val Johnson with a UFO in 1979. This is considered the close encounter of the second time. This is an incredible story. Listen to this.
Border. Sheriff's Deputy Val Johnson was on routine patrol after midnight when he saw an unusually bright light on Highway 220 hovering over the center of the road. He thought maybe a crashed semi or a downed plane, but as he approached it, he says the light, without a sound, instantly jumped through the windshield, hitting him like a, quote, 200-pound pillow, knocking him out. His watch and car clock had stopped working. He says his teeth were fractured at the gum line, his eyes burned. A doctor said it appeared as if Johnson suffered welder's burn in his eyes. His story and injuries mystified the nation.
It's fun to look through them all. A Light in the Night. The X-Files of the Red River Valley.
But there's another piece of evidence.
So we have another UFO incident. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. On September the 16th, 1994, there was a UFO sighting outside of Raleigh, Zimbabwe. 62. Repeat this. Listen to this. 62 students at the same time at a high school, or at a middle school, aged between 6 and 12, claimed that they saw one or more silver craft descend from the sky and land on the field near the school. This is Close Encounter of the First Kind. If y'all ever heard of this, if you haven't, listen.
Okay.
Thousands of children said that one or more of the disc-shaped objects landed just beyond the far edge of their playground. The next thing they knew, something was standing next to it.
We saw him standing by the silver thing, and he had big eyes.
He had a big head and big black eyes and was dressed in a black bodysuit.
They were trying to communicate, trying to tell us something. It was something to do with the environment.
I kept getting these thoughts and ideas in my mind of technology. Technology is not helping, technology is bad.
I believe that the children did see something.
I believe them because normally children don't lie.
And if you saw him again, what would you do?
I'll ask him what is he doing on Earth and what does he want with us.
You know, and that reminds me, I drive a silver Cadillac and I got big eyes and a big head.
You know what?
They might have saw me,
No.
So, this is from around the world, we got facts. We got kids, 62 kids. Is it possible that 62 kids could be lying at the same time?
No.
What are your thoughts on this?
Because, you know, kids are going to respond and say what they really actually see, man. They ain't got time to think about no lies and come up with all this scream shit. The bottom line is, and I always believe this, we're not here alone.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, the universe and space and time is always expanding.
Mm-hmm.
It would be insanity to think that we're the only thing that exists.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't never thought that we were the only one that exists in this mass universe, solar system, Milky Way, or whatever you want to call it. Man, look. And I don't say this a 1,000 times, and you can find this in scriptures. I don't care if you call yourself Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, or whatever. The common denominator through all of that is God says that he's the creator of all the worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to that. I am the creator of all the worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's letting you know right then and there. It ain't just you.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think you the only one here?
Right.
So, you know, hey, man, look.
You think they're comfortable with just aliens just showing themselves like that? We've had an alien on the show. We have somebody been abducted. What is your real take on that?
My real take on that is that we're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah. It's just not us, man.
Right.
Mankind is not the only thing that running throughout the universe.
Right.
In time.
Right.
There are other beings, whether you want to call them aliens or I don't care what you want to call them.
Right.
Understand one thing for certain and two for sure.
Right.
It ain't just us.
Yeah. Montana, what you do you think that story is believable with the 62 kids?
Yeah, I think that when it comes to the other realm, like Unc was saying, like anything is possible. So I'm not going to say no, that didn't happen, because it's too many things that we see or happen around us in the world that cause us to like turn our heads and question it. So for some situation like that to happen when I don't have a reason to really think that it wouldn't happen.
Right.
So I definitely think it's plausible.
That's interesting. So you have a nice career going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if you had an encounter with aliens or UFO, would it be easy for you to share?
No. Let me tell you something. You know how you watch scary movies, whether it be on Lifetime, whatever network, and a lot of times like kids will see stuff and they'll run and tell their parents. You know, a lot of times say ghost movies. And the parents are like, just go to sleep. You're just seeing things.
Right.
So one thing I always say is like, if I had kids and my child came and like told me like, Mom, I just saw something, like, one, I'm going to believe them.
Right.
But that's just me. So my thing is, if I was to go to work or someplace like, y'all, last night I saw da-da-da, next thing I know, I'm getting a call from HR.
Oh,
because
right.
You just don't know when you're in a room with anybody how they're going to receive that, because just like we're open to that, everybody else may not be. And then now I'm looking like I'm mentally unstable. So no, I wouldn't be quick to share that in the room with people that I'm not sure may believe it. And also, I mean, I don't think it would add any value. If I tell y'all, even if everybody in the room does believe me, like what value does that really add? Like, where am I going from there?
You have a point.
Where I'm going from there, if they believe me, then what?
Right.
Y'all gonna help me investigate?
Unemployment line.
Right. We all going together.
Nobody's asking you to go to lunch.
Right.
She crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta be mindful of stuff like that.
I just wonder why that's so frowned upon. Like, hey, I'm at work, we're in the meeting. I'm like, hey, y'all, I believe in UFOs.
No, you always got to pick and choose your audience.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Don't never think that your audience is always thinking the way you think.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
I've learned that the hard way.
It ain't going to happen, man.
Yeah.
So you always got to pick and choose your audience and who you speak to and how you address them and how you interact with them. That's even in the job force, man.
Right.
I experience it every day.
Right.
Being a supervisor and watch over people and stuff, man, look, I can't interact with everyone the same way.
Right.
Yeah.
It just people.
It just ain't. You can't do it. If you try to, you gonna mess up.
Yeah.
Right.
You find yourself up in HR. For real, seriously,
Right.
you can't do it.
Absolutely.
So you got to learn people, study them, and deal with them accordingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me.
And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't want to wish this on me.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't. It's not that I want it, right? Just like I ain't like really wishing marriage upon myself, right?
Okay.
And like I don't really want it, but I want it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not looking for it. I want it, but I ain't like really just like want it, right?
Okay.
And I would just love to. Let's just have an encounter with a UFO, cause y'all know, y'all think I'm a truthful person. Y'all think if I came and said to y'all, hey, I just got abducted by a UFO, what would be your first thought?
Like, why they bring you back?
Yeah, crazy ass. They didn't keep you.
So, in other words, y'all wouldn't believe me, would y'all?
I would.
You would?
I'm telling you, I'm the person, if anybody in this room walked in and was like, I got abducted or something happened, I'm going to believe you.
All right. Really?
I'm definitely going to believe you. I mean, it's not like
if I called you up and be like, hey, I got abducted, you'd be like,
I'm glad you made it back. But, I mean... Like,
what was it like?
Yeah, why you gotta lie to me?
What happened?
I'm the person I'm going to believe you because I know that everything we see in these TV and movies is inspired from somewhere. So I'm gonna believe you. Not that nothing's gonna come of me believing you. We're not gonna get a check because I believe you.
Would y'all?
But I'm gonna believe you.
Would y'all be scared? You know, like, we hang out at your crib sometimes,
Yeah,
right?
I ain't gonna feel no way.
And if I say, hey, y'all, Montana, let's meet at your crib.
Okay.
Me, you, and I
Yeah.
got something to tell y'all.
Okay.
I'm bringing bottles and everything.
Okay.
I get there and I'm like, and I want the first reaction. Let's act like we're at your crib.
Okay.
Montana.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. Hey y'all. I trust y'all.
Right.
I trust y'all with with my feelings.
Right.
But I had encounters with an alien and from a spacecraft.
That's crazy.
What happened?
All I saw was the light, and the next thing you know, I'm inside of the spaceship. And hey, man, you think a nice car looks good inside, but they got some really electronic shit in.
Did you get a picture?
They said no cameras.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put your phone up.
So when did
When this happened?
Yeah.
Last night.
Last night?
Yeah.
Where were you coming from? Where were you at?
Well, I was driving. I was on my way to Waffle House, and shit just jumped off.
Just jumped off.
Yeah.
How you get back?
They dropped me off.
They pick you up?
Pick me up and drop me off.
How did they pick you up? What I mean?
Like,
A
why
laser
you,
beam.
Why you think
A
they
laser
picked
beam?
you?
Because they said I like Omar Epps.
This episode over.
Yeah. Oh my.
Thank you for tuning in to the Doneson podcast.
The Doneson, it's a Doneson podcast.